Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play series, where we're here in the Quad Challenge, and it's episode 50. It's 1984, and last time we fixed this southern coal area, and I think it's starting to be okay now, because the pre-hub has no coal waiting at it. The ratings at these places do appear to have improved quite nicely. And if we go over here to the pickup, we've actually got a lot of coal waiting. So what we'll do is we'll nip up to the North Coal Hub, because that is where the loop actually starts. This on the orders, this is the start point, and there's probably quite a lot of coal here as well. So we're going to clone one of these trains out, and we're going to have a few more going on there. We got rid of lots last time, but now we fixed the problem. We're alright, we can get more trains out and moving. Fantastic. Right, that's good. We'll let that go. So today it's all about the improvement and fixing and expansion of the existing network. Every now and then you have to go through these sorts of things. I mean, this looks like it's pretty busy here at the factory. So we've got quite a few trains coming in down one line. They're all bunching up a little bit, and they're going into the station. This station has plenty of room for us to expand it, so let's do that. Let's go in. We'll build 2 tracks, 2 platforms I should say. Not really interested in the upgraded trains right now, thank you very much. And if we connect this together, something like this, looks good to me. We can then put the signal there. We'll leave the double depot where it is, it's not really a problem. And we'll connect that up and disconnect that. There we go. Right, now at the end here we've got some new platforms that we'll need to connect up. Now it might be that with having 2 inputs like this we need to expand the output. But for now, that will do, and we'll see how it copes. And I feel like because we've got 2 tracks that merge here and then split out there, just seems like a good idea to have them as separate things. So if we separate this out, and we've got the space to do it as well, we can do that. That forces one set of trains down one track and another set of trains down another. So we've got dedicated platforms now. Now they do merge at the exit and they're able to resplit down there. So we'll let the trains run for a little bit just to make sure that we've got the right trains on the right lines, because with what I was doing there's a chance we could have actually ended up with the wrong train on the wrong line. So we'll come back to that soon. Speaking of coming back to things, we're again visiting Corsham Interchange. We're going to keep coming back here and tweaking it until it's... Oh, look at that. We're down to 7,000 something passengers now. We're getting there. More Swindon. Swindon. We need more services. Clone vehicles. Clone the vehicles like crazy. I'm going double vehicles on this now. We're going 10 new vehicles. I wonder how much money this is making. If we look at road vehicles. Wow. Okay. So most road vehicles, apart from the odd 1 or 2, appear to be making half decent money. Let's organise them by profit. What year? Well, we're towards the end of the year, so we'll say profit this year. Okay, so there's a few of them here that haven't done so well, but I would say that is roughly 1/10 of the road vehicles, maybe? If we reorganise them, we can see that some of them are making 20,000, which is fantastic. And overall, you've got to remember that a lot of these are doing transfers, so yeah, that's not great. But it'll be alright, it'll be fine. It will be fine. Now, what else have we done recently? How are things going? So, Birmingham is full of passengers. They're all wanting to go to Manchester, actually. The Manchester line needs more trains on it. How many trains do we have on them? Oh, they're all at Manchester. Then again, Manchester's actually busy as well. We have 7 trains. That really doesn't seem like enough to me. Let's get some more. Let's get another bunch of trains in there. We've got 51 million in the bank account now, so we can expand this out. That's fine. Steel line is excuse me, is what? What, we've got a steel train here. Another one. 2. Hang on. Why is the steel going the wrong way? That's 3 of them. Is that just those 3? No, look, 4. 4 steel trains heading to steel hub out, which is filling up of steel. What's going on? Let's come down here. So we've got steel trains coming in and then not unloading, so, and then going back up again. The only thing I can think is that they're coming down here and deciding to use the depots after the station. So there's 2 different ways we can fix this. We can either force them into a depot right before the station, which really heavily reduces the amount of chance that a train will need to then service before it gets to the station. Like, well, it should completely eliminate it. Or we can do a loop back, feedback. Now a loop back would involve these 2 lines here and here where the optional depots are. So when a train comes to the optional depot, you would have a piece of track that comes kind of off that line and maybe off here as well, and maybe it would go under these lines and come back round and connect up so it can go back into the station. However, we shouldn't need to do that. I think we're just going to change this to force the trains to go into a depot. So let's build the force down here first, and then we'll sort out the next bit. So we'll just give ourselves a little bit of room. There we go. We need a bit of space to be able to get a force depot in. And we're going to... well, first of all, we're going to put the depots in the right way round. That's always a good idea, isn't it? Depots in the right way round. And we'll do it like that so there's no 90-degree turns. And like I said, a force depot is a diamond like this. There's no way a train can go except in that depot. So now we don't need these depots. And we don't actually need all these bypass lines as well. So we can just tidy this up, remove that bypass line. We can probably get rid of that tunnel. This line can come nice and straight into there. We can get rid of all this and that and all of these extra bits. There we go. And the trains will just service there. We'll get rid of the tunnel as well. No point in having a tunnel if you don't need it. With a short tunnel it doesn't really matter so much, but never mind. And let's just do the signals now. So those signals seem okay. We're going to be careful with the signals though, because the signals do cost us a lot of money in this Let's Play, because we've got the infrastructure maintenance costs turned on, and at the moment signals is costing us £6.5 million a year. But now that should resolve the issue. A train will be forced to service before it goes into the safe station, and therefore it will not want to use these depots afterwards. In fact, these depots afterwards are almost pointless now. Because they're not going to want to use them. They're not going to want to service that by that point. So I guess we can just clean this up. There's no point in having this big, messy mishmash. Now, hang on a second. We don't need that. Let's make this neat here. There we go. Bring that in, and that looks good to me. Put some more signals down there. Well, isn't that neater? Is it less efficient? Speed-wise, maybe slightly. Are we going to solve the problem of trains returning full of steel when they shouldn't? Yes. That will fix the problem now. I've got a funny feeling we're going to need more trains here. Anyway, look. There's a train returning full of steel, and all it wants to do is go back round. It's going all the way across the country just to go back again. And there's another one. But we shouldn't have that problem anymore. So we'll throw a few more trains at it. Now, speaking of stations with lots of stuff at it, let's have a look at the station list. There we go. And we'll do sort by total weight in cargo. There we go. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Let's, for now, ignore the passengers and mail. So I'm just holding control when I click those. And let's see what we've got here. So we've got this farm hub. Yep, we've got a lot of livestock and grain just sat there at the moment. So let's clone out these grain trains. We'll have 4 new grain trains and a couple new livestock. We might have to revisit that and throw more at it soon, but that should help. The coal hub south pickup has still got loads of coal at it, but we've started a load of new long trains from the northern section, so they'll take their time to get down there. In fact, we've actually got a bit of a backup going here where we've managed to empty the northern station at the moment, but they'll filter through. They'll take their time. Oh, here we go. This is why you don't let trains cross over between double depots like that, because if they get lost, they'll just keep going backwards and forwards. And having stopping them going backwards and forwards just forces them to go down the line, because they can't. They could go backwards down the line, but with the one-way path signals, they're just not going to choose to go that way. That train's going to be able to find its way back to where it needs to go eventually. That shouldn't be a problem. But what is a problem is we've got thousands of tons of livestock there, so we will clone that. I was going to say that livestock train, and then it just disappeared. So we'll have 3. We'll put 3 in there, and again, anywhere where we see that diamond cross shape, we'll just get rid of it. Cool. So that's all of that. Goods out is struggling. Let's have a look, see what the situation here is at the factory. Wow, 3,500 crates of goods going at the factory. That challenge is going quite well. That reminds me, actually, Exeter. We go to the local authority and we'll fund new buildings again. Town's growing every 3 days now. How are we looking at the town? It's starting to get up against the hillside there. A bit full here. It's not expanding this way around the station, and I think... Yeah, look, the roads aren't connected. None of these roads here are connected. None of those ones are connected. None of those ones are connected. So this point here, down here, is where this outer section is connected to the inside of the town. So when the town's doing its building algorithm, it's going around the roads, trying to find somewhere, and it's coming out here. So I think we need to kind of put something through... Can we put something through there? Let's have a look. Yeah, we can do that. That's good. This isn't connected. And I think we could probably fix that just by adjusting the land a little bit. Did that work? Let's have a look. Yeah, it did work. Okay, so we've got a couple of connections there now. So the town should start growing out in this direction as well. I feel like we need to add like a connection somewhere over here too. So let's delete all of that, level it down, then fix the road, and put that in there. That's going to help. That's going to help with the town growth around the station where we want it. I mean, there's not a lot of town growth right up to the edge of this station. I think that might be because that's slanted. Like the road goes down. There's not a lot there. I guess if we get rid of that building and put a piece of road in, that will then allow the town to build something here and here and there and there. That's much better. Okay, cool. Brilliant. That's looking good. So how are we looking on our station list now? This farm hub is still full of things, but we've got to wait for those trains to start going through. Steel hub out is still having problems. Iron ore hub north. Ratings are 73, which is not too bad, and we've got a few tons still there. So let's clone a few more trains and throw them in. And let's see, we've got some oil stacking up, but I don't really know why we're doing oil. Why did I do oil? Is it just because I wanted to do some ships? I think it was because I just fancied doing some ships. So, because that's not really connected to the rest of our network, is it? It comes down here and just delivers to Norwich, and then that's it. So, we'll ignore that for now. Coal hub pickup north is finally starting to fill up again. Our trains are slowly making their way along the track. Once we upgrade the trains, they will do even better. The goods out shuttle service seems to be actually filling up too quickly at the moment. Yeah. We need to figure out a way to get more out into goods out. I wonder if we... Oh, this is I don't know how we're going to do this. I think this whole shuttle and goods out service needs remodeling, rebuilding. Let's have a look at the settings. So in the game settings, station spread is 15 tiles, which means we could actually put goods out on the bottom of this. I'd need to move it all down though, and I don't really want to do that because this junction would need rebuilding, but I think it's probably best that I do a rebuild here. I think it is best. What sort of gap have we got between farm in east and what's that? That's in west, isn't it? 15. There's actually a 15 gap there. Gonna have to do it. Gonna have to completely rebuild that to make it work better. I'm not looking forward to do it. I've been putting this off. Steel hub out is still absolutely full of steel. I'm going to throw a few more trains at it. Right. I'm going to bite the bullet. The worst thing in our network at the moment now is goods out. So let's start sorting it out. So our shuttle service is currently 6 length in trains. That's fine. Which means we're going to have a brand new... let's make the trees completely transparent for now. Okay, so we're going to have a brand new set of platforms like this. And these are going to be the goods out shuttle station. So we should be able to... number of platforms. We'll do 4 to begin with. See, it overlaps with this one, so if we go to the remove tool, should be able to just remove, there we go, remove those platforms like that. It gives us space to work. And then we can put this in and just hold control to make sure it does join to goods out shuttle. And I guess we can do goods out shuttle over there as well. And then the idea is that we do a one-to-one relationship. We give it a spacing of 2, shuttle distance of 2, and then we start building. See, that doesn't want to let us build the goods out because the platforms are too big over here. Although having said that, this gap of 1 could still no, because we need. Oh, right, yes. No. Right, we're going to have to completely break this, unfortunately. So this is the last place where trains can come out. We're just going to make a hole here. Come on, broken down train, get out of the way. There we go. So we've got a few trains in the way here. They're going to be shifting out the way soon. There we are. We're going to end up... As soon as that train's out of the way, we're going to just shift it all completely out of the way, and it'll be fine, probably. There we go. Train's leaving. Once it's gone, we're going to completely rebuild this. I'm going to try and remember how it's done. Also, I want to lock that. There we go. Come on, train. Oh, it's going in the depot. Get out. Come on. Mind out of the way. Right. So, goods out input platform. Hang on a minute, I've got to be careful about this. Because the station length is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Maximum is 15. Because we're going to get a spread on it. So if I connect that to... We'll just temporarily remove these platforms on the edge here. Because they are in the way. And then that'll allow us to start the new goods out loading. and then that will be goods out unloading. Potentially. It's roughly where it is. This is going to be huge-ish. All these trains need to disappear. So goods out shuttle, trains, manage list, centre depot. Okay, we'll get rid of all those trains. We'll unpause. I think a gap of 2 there might be... I mean, I don't see the point in having a gap of more than 2. So let's just remove that and just move it in a little bit. There we go. I think all the trains have gone. So goods out, shuttle, trains. Let's just, oh my goodness, too many windows. Just go through each of these depots. Get rid of these trains because they're just going to be in the way. Right, they're just going to be in the way. So in theory, once I've gone down here, I should be able to just delete all of these depots. There we go. I don't know if that's right, but let's find out. Yep, and yeah, cool. Okay, so we now we need to put platforms in for goods out to maintain the station. So goods out and then goods out. Cool, yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we can get rid of all the old platforms that we don't need. So we got this goods out shuttle here. And then we'll just get rid of those ones for now. And all this layout here that I worked out and made it absolutely beautiful is going to have to just go. Unfortunately, that was a very good junction. It's working very well so far, but it's not good enough at the moment. So then this goods out here, that is actually in the right place to receive, but the problem is that I don't like the platform gantry misalignment on that. So we are just going to do a quick remove for most of those platforms, and then we'll put it back in. There we go, and then we can just do a remove on those platforms. Cool, okay. And then just clean up the tracks around here. Oh, hang on, we've got one depot here with the train in. Fantastic. Yep, looks good to me. I'm just going to get rid of all the track though, just so I can have a good look. Are you following this? Because I'm not sure I am. Okay, so we're going to look to have a big... so 15 is going to leave us with an odd one, isn't it? Where are we going to have the odd one? Or should we make it 14? I suppose it is just going to leave us with an odd one. So, what do you mean adjoins? Oh, right. Okay, so I have to... Because of this farm east in, I have to use the control button on that one. So now we're expanding this station. And... there we go. Remove tool has done its job. And one platform at the end. So there's actually goods out in and goods out out. just to make sure that everybody is well and truly confused. Now these goods out outs, we're probably not going to use this many. But I'm going to put them in anyway. Right then. So there's the goods in the goods out shuttle and the goods out. Let's get the depots on here. I'm only going to put depots on one end this time. I'm not going to put depots on this end. I could do. I'm not going to. So that's good. So the goods out shuttle has still got that goods, and the goods out have got that. Brilliant. Right. Going well. Now, I just have to work out how I'm going to connect these up. Now, goods out is currently how long? 13. 1, 2. So I do have 2 extra. We could make it a row. Could we make it a row? Would a row be better? Potentially. See, a good terminus is not better than a row usually. So what we'll do, I'll start building it from here, and then we'll leave the spare platforms and maybe have a second line somewhere else. So here we go. We're going to have 8 platforms again. I'm going to build it not from a template in my mind, or not from a way that I always do it. We're just going to build it from some logic. We're just going to work it out. Okay. So there is 8 platforms. This is an in. That's an in, which needs to go like this. That's another in, and that connects to that in. And then we'll have little bridges to allow the 2 outs to come together. We'll just push the outs long enough so a train can sit in the outs before it merges. There we go. Now for this particular design, I want the 2 ins to come together. So we'll do that here. Now there's actually going to be two ins that cross over and merge into the 2 ins, if that makes any sense at all. So we'll do it like that. Now the problem with this in is it's going to crash. The out's going to crash into it. So do I need to bring it back? No, I want this split to be as close as possible. So I need to figure out how we're going to get this out sorted out. I think... yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We've got... this out's fine. It's this one's that's the problem. I guess I need to move the in to one side or the other to make room for that to happen. So if I bring... I don't know, something... let's just say that's a bridge. Like this. And you've got the 2 ins. You put the bridge in. Like that. I guess that's okay. I mean, it has pushed the ins right over that side, which I didn't want. But at least then you've got the 2 outs here. I'm going to flip this so that because our tracks are here, pretty much leading straight into the first platform, I've done it so things like split right. What we need to do is start right and split left. So bear with me a moment. I'm going to rebuild that the opposite way. So there we go. I've literally just flipped that round now. It's exactly the same as what it was. So this is where the 2 ins are going to be. Now normally when we have a 4-line track, you do something like this. No wait, that's not a 4-line track. Here, yeah, this one. So you have 2 tracks. Oh my goodness! Hello, mouse. There we go. You have 2 tracks going one way, and then on the other side you have 2 tracks going the other way. That's the right way to do it because it makes things easier. Why? Why this goods line is 1 track one way, then the other, and then the other, I have no idea. So that makes this difficult. But I will figure it out. So this is... where's the other northbound? This is one northbound line, and this is the other northbound line, and they just come together. Okay. We've got plenty of money now for land levelling if we need it. Ideally, before this kink, we want at least 6. So let's land level that, and there we go. So that's the 2 inns, no problem. We're actually going to reduce the space in here to try and increase the flow to 5. No, not that one. There we go. Now we've got to connect up the 2 outs. This looks a little bit more simpler than the one that I was doing before, but I think the one I was doing before involved tunnels, and the tunnels actually make this design the same but stretch out a little bit longer because you need an extra bit of space. There, we just get those out signals in. So we need to go to here and here. So the outs are actually completely on the wrong side now. What do we do about that? How can we easily move these 2 lines to those 2 lines over these ones? Right, folks, I had to think about it. There's a few different ways I could do it, but the way I've decided to do it was by lowering the land and just having the 2 tracks kink across. And that should now allow me to put bridges in. And I don't know what key combinations I pressed there, but it wasn't what I meant to do. But that means the bridge is actually only a length 6 bridge, which is a nice short bridge. It's nice and neat. That, you know, I mean, I can just increase the land height all around here just to make it nice and neat there. And there is some kinks in the track, but there's sufficient length in the track so that the train shouldn't really slow down. The only reason a train might slow down is if it decides to go in this depot section here, but I think this is going to flow quite nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from this point here with the signals, and we're just going to push them, signals, and push them down the line. There we go. So we've got the kind of flowing out signals, and then the signals for coming in. There we go. That should do it. I mean, we've got all these signals here. We don't need all them. That train is facing the wrong way. It put me off a little bit. That's the train that hit the bit that we cut off, and now it's turning around. You can see it's heading towards another train there. It'll get to that signal, turn around, and come back in properly. I'm pretty sure that this is not only as good as the last one, I feel like it's going to be better. It's going to probably run smoother. So we'll see about that. So let's unpause. Now I've built that. We get all these bits of track down the middle between the goods out and the goods out shuttle. And we will do some new vehicles. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just clone these ones because they're the same train. Just won't hold control, and then I can change the orders. There we go. So we can say for this train, go to this station. Actually, that wants to be a full load. And then go to goods out and transfer everything. There we go. And then I can just go down the line here and go clone train, and I'll hold control so they've got shared orders. And then there we go. There's the first 4, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So we go clone that train, clone that train, clone that train. Ah, I think I just did a couple without shared orders, so I'm just going to delete those ones. And we'll do that again. Clone. Clone. Oh, this is a nice way of doing it. Just get the depots open and just clone the last one after the last one. There we go. So is the last 3? Yeah, brilliant. Well, I'm hopeful that this redesign will allow a much greater throughput of trains. We've increased the number of trains. I think we had maybe 8 shuttle trains before. Now I'm just going to go in here and just activate all trains. Now we've got a full 15. So if we unpause now, we get a full 15 trains coming into goods out shuttle. I'm going to rename this. This should be just goods shuttle. There's the rename button now. So this is goods shuttle. You can see some of the trains near enough insta-loaded. And this is goods out. But we can just say that's goods out in and then goods out out. These trains are coming through here. This is what I wanted to watch actually. This is the important bit. We've got a couple breaking down there, but it looks like the trains are nicely distributing themselves amongst the platforms that they need to do so. I don't like it when the trains cross over here a lot, but at the moment that appears to be what the case is. I think if there's going to be a gap, then it might be okay. Crossing over, crossing over, crossing over. But they seem to be flowing okay, which is good. I was tempted to make it to, a row-row. Very tempted to make it a row-row. But good shuttle now, the ratings should... Oh my goodness, the ratings are terrible. The ratings will pick up at good shuttle. I'm certain of it. I'm almost tempted here to get rid of this crossover to improve efficiency. Do we have a crossover at the other end? No, it's just a direct feedback. Let's get rid of the crossover. I'm going to temporarily get rid of it. It might make things better, it might not. It means we can put a signal here. That's the last point in which the station can be, the station platforms can be seen. I think if we find that one half is getting more full than the other, we can work on that. But now at the moment this is 2 separate intertwined goods lines. Maybe we need a balancing point, and I need to look at the way that I could do that efficiently. We also have some new platforms, and what we could do is a brand new goods lines from here. I mean, we could take it to Peterborough. I mean, I know we did that right at the beginning of the series, and it'd be interesting just to like get it more out. It'd be also interesting to kind of have these trains on full load, but the ones going to Peterborough not on full load, so they just take kind of what's left, so to speak. The ratings there are 82% excellent, and there is quite a few crates of goods. Let's just quickly nip to the Corsham interchange. 8,000, so we are struggling with this. Yate at the moment is the biggest problem. I think Yate's up here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. More road vehicles. That's how we've solved that problem. I'm quite happy with the way that this is turning out down here. These terminus stations down here are doing a good job because the frequency is relatively low. The rows are working brilliantly too. I can't really fault it that much, to be honest. I feel like maybe these two here should be force depots. Should we do that? Make these force depots on the entrance of the stations so that they don't skip the station. There we go. Come on. Brilliant. Oh, hang on. Is there a bit of track missing there? There was a bit of track missing there. This seems to be flowing okay, which is good. Brilliant. Okay, well there we go, folks. That is probably the biggest station I have built in a very long time, and I hope you enjoyed that. We do seem to be getting a bit of a slowdown, but I think that was bound to happen anyway. There's not a lot we can do about that. Things are transferring, goods are going okay. The delivered cargo graph is slowly rising. You can see we are satisfying the needs there. Operating profit looks like it's doing good. Profit seems to be up recently. and we've got 73 million in the bank. So it's 1986 now. The next time I'll be looking at the viewers' games will be in the year 2000. So if you're playing along, make sure you send me your game saves. Remember, if you don't know how to do that, just go to my website, masterhellish.net, and on there you can find my contact details of various different places and ways you can contact me. So do that, send your game saves to me, and we'll take a look at them in the year 2000. But for me, for now, that is all for today's episode. All your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comment section as always, and I will see you soon. Remember, Viewer Plus keeps this channel going, so please consider taking a look at the Viewer Plus program on my website, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.